Good evening. This is Luke Thomas, QuakePrediction.com here with the Earthquake Channel. It is Thursday, February 4th, 2021 at 9:03 in the evening, 9:03 p.m. We're going to go straight over to the earthquake warning for California. Actually, let's just check the quakes around the globe. There's been 25 earthquakes around the world in the last 24 hours, and the strongest earthquake was a 5.7 earthquake southeast of the Loyalty Islands, right there, 5.7. And in California, the strongest quake was a 2.6 down here by the border, south of Mexicali and southeast of San Diego. Okay, let's go to that warning for California. Back on the 20th, there was a 3.5 in Los Angeles, happened around the 20th, and 3.1 here in Mesa, Nevada on this peak, 4.6 on this peak on the 27th, 3.5 on this significant peak here, 3.7 on this one. And last night we put out a warning for a strong earthquake, and it hasn't hit yet, but you can see there's two large peaks here. One that was early in the morning on the 4th of February. And this one here, we weren't sure where that was going until today. Now we have the new data in, which shows that this is now is coming to a peak. So the peak is just around midnight. So this warning here now is for 6.6. Now the new data says 6.3. So 6.3 to 6.6 earthquake is likely either northwest of Los Angeles or even more likely within 50 miles of Ocotillo, California, near the Salton Sea on February 4th. Now this says here around 11 p.m. As you can see on this peak here, it's between 11 p.m. and 2 in the morning. So that's the most likely time for this to happen. It could delay till 9 in the morning, but most likely around midnight. So we're at 9 o'clock. So I would say that this thing is going to hit within the next 12 to 14 hours because we're already at 9:05 p.m. So before 9 in the morning, it's most likely to hit. And 6.3 to 6.6 earthquake is likely in Southern California, most likely around the Salton Sea. And the second most likely spot is near Los Angeles. So if you're in any of those areas near Los Angeles or near the Salton Sea, be prepared for a strong earthquake tonight. We'll go around the globe, look at some of the other forecasts here. There's Athens, Greece forecast. We're working on some other ones. These forecasts take a little longer than the other ones, so we're going to try to add all the different countries as soon as possible. Here's the Istanbul, Turkey, Athens, Greece forecast. The risk is about 79% on the 5th of February. And the risk extends from Athens, Greece, up to Albania. That's where the risk is right now. On February 5th, it's 79%. And the other forecast we have is for Japan, and 57% risk, just a moderate risk during the next 24 hours. Excuse me. And that's mostly in the north, far north part of Japan. And we just finished doing the Central America forecast. Now, this is fascinating. And the more research we do on this, the more we realize how beautiful this works. You know, the thing is you know, we can now, of course, we can now predict when the tides will come in. We know the tides are high tides. We predict the low tides. We can predict when the sun comes up. We can predict when the sun goes down. And they always thought, well, it's impossible to predict earthquakes. They're too random. Well, they're not random at all anymore. We have found the formula that can tell us when, where, and almost able to tell you the magnitude. That's the most difficult part, but we're getting very close on that as well. Look at this peak here in Central America. This peaked on the 29th. Exactly on the 29th, there was a 5.6, actually in a bunch of earthquakes. You look here, all these quakes down here, 4.9, 5.6, 5.5, 4.7, all these quakes hit right down here during this peak. And the rest of the data that I have here was showing Panama as the center of risk. So that peak was right on time. This one here said the risk is near El Salvador when this peaked. And of course, we had the this one right here, 4.7 on the 3rd. This can subtract about 5 hours from UTC time there. And it was right there on this peak was a 4.7. So please stay tuned. What was called impossible before is now possible. We can predict earthquakes with extremely good accuracy now. We're looking at a strong earthquake in Southern California, most likely in the Salton Sea or near Los Angeles during the next 12 hours. So between right now, 9:08 p.m. and 9:08 a.m., very likely we'll get a strong earthquake, 6.3 to 6.6 in Southern California, most likely near the Salton Sea. Thanks again for following us here at quickprediction.com. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And please warn your friends and family of this coming earthquake to Southern California. And after it hits, we will come online tomorrow night or late tonight. We'll do another forecast nonetheless tomorrow night, but this quake should hit overnight during the next 12 hours. Please warn your friends and family, and stay tuned. We will be expanding our earthquake forecast around the world, and we have now found the answer after 15 years of research, over 15 years of research to the earthquake prediction. It is now as easy as predicting sunrise and sunset, easy as predicting the rising tides and the falling tides. Earthquake prediction is no longer a mystery here at quickprediction.com. Thank you again. This is Luke Thomas, and we'll talk to you again after the earthquake. Thank you so much.